Previously, I installed Ubuntu on my Mac and compared it head-to-head with macOS. But honestly, Ubuntu's interface is too simplistic for my needs, especially since I rely heavily on the GUI for my daily tasks. This led me to seek a more powerful graphical setup. First up, I turned to Ubuntu. That's basically Ubuntu KDE Plasma swapped in for GNOME. It was okay, but it just didn't feel like KDE treated as a top priority. So I dove into other Linux distros that really put KDE front and center, and I found the next generation personal desktop, Fedora KDE-Plasma-Desktop. But wait, there's more. I'm also switching up my virtualization software. My friends warned me that VMware isn't as straightforward anymore. You have to jump through hoops like registering on the Broadcom site. To keep things simple, I'm going with UTM. This time it's quick and hassle-free. Let's start. All right, let's get prepared for our Fedora adventure. First, we need to grab UTM, our virtualization tool. You've got two options: the App Store version, which costs a small fee, proceed support the awesome UTM team, and include faster updates, or the free version straight from their website. I'm going free to keep it simple, but pick whichever works for you. Download it, install it, and we're halfway there. Next, we need the Fedora ISO. Head over to getfedora.org and click Get Fedora. You'll see a bunch of additions: workstation, server, cloud, CoreOS, IoT, but we're not here for those. We want the KDE Plasma, aka the next generation personal desktop. Scroll down and hit download now. Since I'm on an Apple Silicon Mac, I'm grabbing the ARM ISO for smooth performance. Last time, I downloaded the wrong one, but not today. All right, we've got UTM and the Fedora ISO. Let's rock this setup. All right, let's set up our Fedora VM in UTM. Launch UTM and hit create a new virtual machine. Why is UTM so awesome? It supports both virtualization and emulation in one app. Quick fun fact: virtualization and emulation are often confused, but they are distinct concepts. Virtualization leverages the host CPU's native code, similar to running an app directly, resulting in faster performance. Emulation, on the other hand, requires a software layer to replicate another system's hardware signals. As long as the hardware signals are accurately reproduced, any platform can be emulated, though this process is typically slower. For example, in iOS development, Apple provides an iPhone simulator that utilizes the host's hardware resources for efficient performance. In contrast, Google offers an Android emulator, which tends to run slower due to the emulation of hardware. In our case, because we got the ARM version ISO, also my Apple Silicon Mac is based on ARM architecture. Therefore, we can choose virtualize to use the best performance. Next, in the pre-configuration, choose Linux. In the virtualization engine, can tick the Use Apple Virtualization. Speaking about Apple virtualization, started from macOS 11.0, Apple also includes the virtualization framework, which makes the Mac more friendly to the virtualization than before. I think Apple did that because they want to adopt their hardware in the data center, developing their own virtualization framework that can fully control and utilize their hardware. Back to UTM. Now for the boot ISO image, pick the Fedora KDE ARM ISO we downloaded. Hit continue. Choose the memory. Continue. Storage, keep it 64 gigabytes. Continue. Share directory, I'll skip it for now. Continue. Review the settings. I renamed the VM to Fedora for clarity. And click save. Our VM is created. Hits the play button to boot up the image. Here we go, first boot in UTM. You'll see the grub menu pop up. Just select the default option. Test this media and start Fedora KDE Desktop Live. Enter. I love how Linux distros like Fedora always let you test drive the OS before installing. Super user-friendly. Fedora startup screen, loading. What is this strange circle and chevron-like shape? Okay, after seconds of Google search, it is the KDE Plasma logo. And boom, Fedora is loaded. As usual, a sleek welcome screen to kick things off. Let's get Fedora installed. Click the install to hard drive. Choosing the language, English US works for me. Continue. Wow, Fedora's installer is so simple. Just 3 steps, compared to Ubuntu's 15 steps from my last video. Back to Fedora. Step 1. Set the installation destination. I only got one hard drive. Click it, then hit done. Next, root account. Let's make it simple. Just disable root account. Click done. Now, user creation. My username. Bits also. Untick the require a password to use this account for this VM, but on real machine, don't do that. Done. Fedora is smarter than Ubuntu. It auto assigns the keyboard layout and time zone. Ubuntu, take notes. Click begin installation. Let's go. We're almost there. Once the installation wraps up, click Finish Installation. Now let's reboot. Head to the KDE menu, click the Fedora logo, and select Restart. Hit Restart now. Here we go. Also, in UTM, find the CD icon in the toolbar and eject the Fedora ISO. And boom, our brand new Fedora is installed. Stick around for more tips. First boot into Fedora's KDE Plasma Desktop. And wow, a fairy tale style wallpaper. Check out the tree. It said 6 multiple 9 equals 42. Wait, it should be 54. Oops, okay, I got it. A PR from GitLab, created by Madeline Lempek. She is the creator of this wallpaper. Quote, "There's been multiple requests for hidden visuals of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so I'll be adding a few of those. A cloud of the whale falling from the sky, and some notches in the tree that add up to the number potentially. In base 13 math, the 6 times 9 does equals 42. Pretty cool Easter egg, not bad. Okay, it seems that Fedora looks like Microsoft Windows. Now, let's explore the desktop. If you're a Windows user, this will feel like home. The application launcher, bottom left, like the start menu, opens all your apps. You've got system settings for tweaks, Discover for apps like a macOS App Store, Dolphin as the file manager, and Firefox for browsing. On the right, the system trays super Windows-like, notifications, updates, even a built-in clipboard manager. How cool is that? Plus, volume, screen brightness, and network controls. Compared to Ubuntu, I think this user interface is more approachable, especially for Windows users. As a longtime Mac user, I find GNOME's macOS-like dock and super key activities view a bit confusing. It looks familiar but works differently. KDE's Windows-inspired setup just clicks better for me. Alright, let's keep exploring this awesome desktop. Let's dive into KDE's goodies. Click the application launcher in the bottom left corner. Yeah, just like Windows, a panel is pop up. It not only organizes the application by category, they also have a Places tab for quick access to folders like Home or Downloads. You can pin this panel to stay open, pretty handy. Let's unpin it for now. Wow, I can change the application launcher icon. Do you know what I'm thinking? Yes, an evil plan. Does it look familiar? Let's set it back to Fedora's icon. The search bar on the panel is pretty cool. It's like a spotlight. Type terminal, and bam, there's console. KDE's slick terminal app. Zulfust. Next up, let's hit system settings to explore more tweaks. Who's ready to customize this desktop to the max? Let's tweak more in system settings. Obviously, they have different themes. First, wallpapers. Fedora's got a stunning lineup. You've got dark mode options, even picture of the day that changes automatically. The devs love their wallpapers. Night light on Apple's ecosystem is called Night Shift. It will adjust the color blue light from the screen. In application style, there's Breeze, Fedora's default, and a nostalgic Windows 9X vibe, but they don't have the least Apple's Liquid Glass clone. Let's see whether they will implement something in future. They got so many options for me to choose. Check out the window decorations. They can even be customized to window frame, traffic light style in one simple click. Icons. They also have icon packs to let you customize the icons at once. Fedora really likes to play around with the eye candies. Of course, you can customize the cursors as well. Fun fact, Windows uses a black border, white cursor, but Fedora, Mac OS, and Ubuntu go white border, black fill. Check out accessibility. You can shake the cursor to make it huge. Let's try the supersized cursor. Whoa, that's wild. Let's check out Fedora's file manager. Mac OS's Finder, Ubuntu's GNOME has files, so what Fedora's got? Spoiler, it's awesome. On the first look, Dolphin feels Mac-like, with a sidebar on the left, showing places like Home, Documents, and Trash. It even calculates folder sizes in detail view. Super handy. The blue folder icons? Totally Mac vibe. I noticed Fedora doesn't put a trash icon on the desktop by default. The Fedora teams really enjoy their wallpaper a lot. No trash on wallpaper. Let's drag it out and empty the trash. Huh. The icon doesn't change like Windows does. Let me try renaming multiple folders. I got 2 folders here. Let's rename, well, they don't have a replacement option. Seems Ubuntu and macOS do it better. How about zipping files? Right-click, and boom, password-protected zips by default. Nice. Let's explore the menu. Click Show Panel. Folders. Okay, what else? Show Panel. Information. Yeah, the panel looks like macOS. Hey, take a look at the folder size. They didn't count it by default. What else? Panel. Terminal. What? They put the terminal in their file manager. Let me jump to the folder. Wow. Auto-switching to your current folder with a command. It is cool. Let me create a file. Hello.txt. Yeah, we can zoom in and out to resize the file icon. Let me try. Is there anything like a quick look? Hit the spacebar. Nope. There's a selection mode. I think it is a more keyboard-friendly design. But the terminal in the file manager is next level. Right-click the desktop, and wallpaper. It is like an ultimate hack. You not only can set wallpaper here, but also tweak mouse actions to remap clicks. Let's change to the application launcher. Hint apply. See, you can right-click to show the application launcher. But there's a catch. Changing this hides the config menu. What do you get back? You're not alone. I fell into this trap too, but found a fix on KDE forums. We'll use the terminal for recovery. Click the Fedora logo, search terminal, and open console. Type cd home config. Then type or copy this script. I to start edit. Change to GNOME modifier equal to org.kde.context menu. And type :W and Q to save and exit. After all set, log out and log in again. Our right-click menu is resumed. Let's tweak the Fedora panel. Right-click Show Panel Configuration. You can change the position from bottom to top. Adjust the width to content fit to save some spaces. Even change it to float or not. I prefer a non-floating panel. Also the height. We can even delete the panel. We exit the edit mode. Oh my gosh, I am pressing the meta key, but nothing happens. Oh, if I remove the trash icon, I got nothing on the desktop, just the wallpaper. Hey, where's my taskbar? Help, help, help. That is nuts.
A few moments later.
Okay, I got the solution now. Open console by typing terminal directly on the keyboard. Type this command. It will ask you to install qdbus. Say yes. You click Add Panel, Default Panel. Your Fedora panel is back. That was scary. Despite my right-click and panel mishaps, Fedora KDE feels perfect for me. It's way more approachable than Ubuntu's GNOME, with a familiar Windows-like vibe and a super quick install. What's your take? Try Fedora and let me know in the comments.